Do you find yourself tired of making these same recipes week after week, but you're not sure where to find some relief or new recipe inspiration? Well, I have got you covered because that's exactly what we are going to talk about in today's video. My name is Tiffany and I am so excited you're here. I help busy millennials who feel overwhelmed in the kitchen learn new skills to create quick, easy recipes with wine pairing. Check out the link in the description below. Follow me on social media for daily tips, tricks, recipes, and inspiration. And while you're there, hit that subscribe button because I'm dropping videos like this every week. And I would hate for you to miss out on the next tip, trick, or behind the scenes look right here inside my tasting room. In today's video, we are going to dive in to how you can start saving time, money, and energy in your kitchen with creative inspiration and new recipes right away today. And that's not all. I also have a super simple strategy to help you elevate those meals with 3 simple tips of creating the perfect wine pairing experience with those recipes. So let's get started. We are going to dive into our August TasteBuds collection. Now, if you love TasteBuds, I would love for you to share what your favorite recipes have been so far. And if you're new, stay tuned because you are going to want to grab this collection before it's gone. TasteBuds is a monthly service that delivers recipes, seasonings, and so much more right to your front door every month. And if you don't want to do a monthly option, totally cool. You can give it a try right now with our August collection and see if it's a good fit for you. So let's dive in and see what August is all about. Now, every month has a different theme, and our August theme is back to school basics. But this is so much more than just recipe inspiration. With TasteBuds, you get amazing exclusive insider perks for being a VIP subscriber. You get bonus discounts such as free shipping and exclusive access to our add-on marketplace. Think about having endless inspiration of recipes, tips, tricks, and products right at your fingertips at a moment's notice. It is truly a lifesaver when it comes to cooking at home. Now, some of these insider perks include exclusive seasonings that can't be found anywhere else. In fact, there is a secret one in our August collection, which we'll get to here in a moment. But let's take a look at one of those recipes and seasonings that has been loved by customers for years. So our first featured recipe in our August collection is Bruscetta Orzo pasta. Doesn't that look delicious? And this is going to feature our sweet basil rub. Now, one of my favorite parts about TasteBuds is that you get additional ideas on how to use that seasoning. Because not only do you get enough to make the featured recipe, but you have enough in this packet for 2 to 3 other recipes as well. So there will be extras so you can enjoy it and learn if it's truly a good fit for you and your family. Now, with our featured recipe, Bruscetta Orzo pasta, this brings all of the traditional flavors of bruschetta with a fun twist. So in addition to the tomato, mozzarella, you also have some diced cucumber and Kalamata olives, and the traditional dressing with that balsamic and pesto flavors. Now, sometimes you might have some picky eaters or some dietary restrictions. TasteBuds takes the guesswork out of that for you by providing easy swaps right on the recipe card. So this recipe itself does come ready to go for vegetarians, but if you're looking for a protein boost, you can add some shredded chicken, or to keep it still vegetarian, add in chickpeas for a boost of protein, but still giving that vegetarian flavor ready to go. If you're not a big fan of Kalamata olives, simply omit them or add in some artichoke hearts instead for a fun flavor twist. Now, when you find yourself with that extra basil rub, we have got some additional ideas to use that seasoning. You can make a bread dipping oil by combining the seasoning with some olive oil, minced garlic, and Parmesan cheese. You could make a quick bruschetta without the pasta by combining some diced fresh tomatoes, garlic, olive oil, balsamic vinegar, and the rub. And this is delicious spread on French bread or top it over chicken. And to keep that as a gluten-free option, throw it in a lettuce wrap for a nice crunchy twist. You can also make a simple caprese salad, which is one of my favorite ways to use our sweet basil rub. By combining olive oil, balsamic vinegar, and the rub, you're going to drizzle that over diced tomato slices and slices of mozzarella. And another fun twist is a pizza grilled cheese. So with the rub, it just adds that nice fun flavor. You can add it right to your cheese mixture or a fun tomato-based dipping sauce instead of your classic tomato soup. Now, before we jump into the second featured recipe of our August TasteBuds collection, I want to hear from you. When it comes to back to school time, what is your biggest struggle when it comes to cooking at home? I'd love for you to drop it in the comments below. I look forward to reading those and sharing my personal tips and tricks on how we can overcome those challenges and grow and learn together. Now, our second featured recipe for our August TasteBuds collection, we have got these delicious twice baked potatoes with broccoli. And this features another customer favorite, our garlic Parmesan seasoning. Now, this garlic Parmesan seasoning is so versatile. It can go with pasta, homemade garlic bread, or even on top of French fries in the air fryer. But we are going to take a look at this twice baked potato recipe before we jump into those additional ideas. So with this recipe, again, we have got some simple swaps to help you. So if you have picky eaters that are not fans of broccoli, you can swap that out for cauliflower for a nice fun twist. And to boost the protein in this recipe, you can add some shredded chicken to go right on top of those baked potatoes. And some additional ideas to use your garlic Parmesan seasoning, which I'm sure is going to become a new favorite for you and your family, especially if you already love flavors of garlic and Parmesan on their own. So a fun twist is making garlic twists, a fun way to do garlic bread. So you can use pizza dough, crescent rolls, or make your own, and you're going to brush them with melted butter, sprinkle on some of the seasoning, and bake as directed. Now, these are delicious on their own as an appetizer or with your favorite pasta dish. One that I have been making, especially come football season, is some crackers. So you'll take that garlic Parmesan seasoning, mix it with melted butter, and toss it over oyster crackers or fish-shaped crackers, bake in the oven, and you have got the perfect football or movie snack ready to go. You can also make your own Alfredo sauce by melting butter with flour to make a roux, add in some milk to thicken it up a little bit, grated Parmesan, and the seasoning for a homemade Alfredo sauce ready for flatbread, pasta, or any other way that you're wanting to use that sauce. And lastly is creamed spinach. So you can do this with fresh spinach or frozen spinach, and you'll mix that with cream cheese half and half and the seasoning on the stove. Simmer it until it thickens, and you have got a side dish ready to go. Now, another new feature with our TasteBuds is we've got additional tips right on the bottom on what this seasoning is going to go best with in regards to protein, and what vegetables are the best flavors to go with that seasoning. So again, we are taking the guesswork out of cooking by simplifying the meal plan, saving you time, money, and energy in your kitchen so you can spend it as you wish. Now, before we jump into the last featured recipe, which also has an exclusive seasoning that can't be found anywhere else, I want to remind you to hit the subscribe button because I'm dropping videos like this every week and I would hate for you to miss out on the next one. So our last featured recipe for Back to School Basics August Taste Buds are these delicious garlic chicken meatballs featuring an exclusive black garlic seasoning. Now, if you're not familiar with black garlic, it's a little bit sweeter than your traditional garlic, making it perfect for recipes, especially those of you with picky eaters. Now, with this recipe, you are going to make your own meatballs, but you don't have to. You can get the pre-made frozen meatballs to save you even more prep time. But if you are feeling like you want to take on that adventure and make your own meatballs, it's simply the ground meat of your choice. You could do chicken, turkey, beef, or a meat-free alternative, combining with Parmesan cheese, breadcrumbs, egg, and the seasoning mix. And then you have got those meatballs. And if you are like me and you are not a fan of touching raw meat, our stainless steel medium scoop is perfect for scooping out the meat and creating the balls for meatballs. And another extra tip is our donut hole pan is perfect for baking meatballs. Now, of course, you can scoop out the meatballs and throw them on a sheet pan. The benefit of the donut hole pan is they stay round rather than getting a little deflated, which can happen on sheet pans. So if you need either of those, check out my link in the description below. You can grab those today. Now, for an easy swap, if you are not a fan of zucchini, because this does have zucchini in there, you can swap that out for some yellow squash, sliced mushrooms, bell peppers, broccoli, or cauliflower. But for those of you like me that have an insane amount of zucchini in their garden right now, this is an easy way to use up some of that zucchini. And it's a fun twist compared to your classic recipes of sauteing it, chopping it in stir fry, or making a batch of zoodles. Now, when you find yourself with extra black garlic seasoning and you want some new fun ways to use it to learn if it's a good fit for your family, again, we have got you covered with 4 additional ways to use that black garlic seasoning. So you can make your own dressing by combining hummus, water, and the seasoning. And this is going to be delicious over salad or chopped veggies. You can also make some savory popcorn. So combine the seasoning with melted butter, pour that over the popcorn after it's freshly popped, and you're ready to enjoy. You can also add a fun twist to your grilled cheese, because let's be honest, garlic and cheese go so good together when it comes to toast. So you'll add the seasoning to butter and add that to your bread before you toast it. And we recommend using fresh mozzarella cheese for this grilled cheese twist. And again, with sports season right around the corner, you can add a fun twist to fried chicken. So you'll coat the chicken, and this can be wings, chicken breasts, chicken tenders, whichever route you want to go if you're looking for bone-in or boneless. You'll combine flour and seasoning over that chicken with the egg, and you're going to cook them either oven or air fryer until they are crisp to your liking. Now, we recommend about 15 minutes in the oven. Air fryer can vary depending on which air fryer you are using and which setting. And then, of course, we have got additional tips on the bottom there on what protein sources and what veggies this black garlic seasoning is going to go along with. Now, another option with this black garlic is making your own pasta sauce. Delicious if you mix it with a little bit of butter or a little bit of oil and drizzle that over your pasta, add in some chopped veggies, and you have got dinner ready to go on the table in minutes. Now let's keep this momentum going to help you create the perfect beverage pairing experience to go along with these recipes and more to elevate your next adult meal. First tip, general rule, red with red and white with white. So generally speaking, red wine is going to go best with your red meats and tomato-based sauces, whereas white wine is going to go best with your white meat and cheese, garlic, cream-based sauces. But that is not always the case, which leads us to tip number 2, and that is to consider your sides and seasonings. When it comes to wine pairings and beverage pairings in general, you want to look at the entire meal to create a balance that is very well-rounded and brings the meal together. So don't just look at the protein. For example, if you are enjoying a grilled steak, your first thought would be a dry red wine. Well, that is great if you are having side dishes of grilled veggies or a tomato-based pasta. But if you are having your sides as some Parmesan encrusted asparagus, garlic mashed potatoes, or honeyed carrots, you will want a sweeter red wine or even a white wine to go along with that to bring the entire meal together. If you do find yourself with those side dishes and that grilled steak, a Pinot Noir is going to be your best option. And tip number 3, sweet likes heat. So when you find yourself with a spicy cuisine, think Mexican or Thai food, you want a sweet wine, red or white depending on what else is in the entire meal. But sweet is going to cut back on the heat a little bit and complement it. Now, if you are wanting to increase that spice level and make it even spicier, go with a dry wine and it will do just that. But remember, I warned you that it is going to get spicier. Now, if you're ready to keep that momentum going, grab your copy right now at the link in the description below of my free basic wine and food pairing guide to help you elevate your next meal right away today.